So dear student, I Rakesh Jain from Gyan Vihar University. Today I am going to teach you about the feedback amplifiers and some new derivation related with the negative feedback. Feedback, which we have already been completed, that feedback is a term which is basically denoted for whenever in any circuit some part of the output is again applied to the input so as to again change the output. Because of this feedback, some characteristics advantages will be achieved. There are two kind of feedback. One is positive feedback and the second one is negative feedback. Positive feedback generally employs in oscillator circuitry and negative feedback are used for the amplifier circuitry. Because this unit deals with the negative feedback, so we are going to teach about the, I am going to teach about you about the negative feedback. Okay. Basically, there are four kind of negative feedback: voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, current shunt. We have already been completed the comparison between those four feedback types. There are some benefits so as to use the negative feedback. For example, the voltage gain will be reduced, the input impedance will be improved, the distortion or noise will be reduced, output impedance will be decreased, right? The gain is stabilized, and the variation in gain with feedback is always less than variation in gain without feedback. So we have already been proved certain things among these. Okay. Now we are going to prove that the output impedance, how the output impedance with the help of negative feedback will be reduced. How negative feedback reduced the output impedance. Okay. So first of all, just to see this MS Paint file where I will going to teach you about this. Yes. So we have to prove first of all how the output impedance is reduced. In morning session, we have already been completed how the input impedance is improved due to the negative feedback, how the gain is stabilized due to negative feedback, how we can prove that the gain variation with feedback is always less than the gain variation without feedback. Three terminology we proved in morning session. Now we have to prove that how the output impedance is reduced. How output impedance is reduced negative feedback, or we can say how negative feedback reduced the output impedance. This is our topic. How negative feedback reduced the output impedance. How output impedance is reduced in negative feedback. Okay. Now, as the other derivation, let us first of all consider a voltage series feedback case. Any feedback case, so generally we employ the negative feedback case of voltage series. So I just consider a voltage series in which the forward gain is, let's suppose A, and the feedback and gain we denoted as beta. Let the feedback gain is denoted by beta. Let the output is connected with a load resistance, and the output which will be taken here is V0 actually across the resistance, load resistance R. Now this feedback network is connected because we consider a voltage series network. So the topology, the basic topology will be looks like this one. And from the input side, let the input signal V input is applied. Okay. Now whenever this output voltage is passes through this beta network, it will generate beta V0 signal. So the net applied now this beta V0 when passes through A, then it will be definitely A beta V0. Now it will be A beta V0. because we are going to prove some new derivation, so we looks like in a different manner. Again, see from this green color, I'm going to teach you this V0 signal at the output. Okay, it passes through this feedback network again. So it will be multiplied by this gain beta. So V0 multiplied by beta is beta V0. Now this beta V0 passes through A. Okay, so what will be the output? Now the output will be A beta V0. A beta and V0. Okay, so what is the net output we can say? What is the net output we can say? So the net output, the net output will be definitely the previous output. The previous output was V0 plus the new output, that is A beta V0. So this is the net or current output or output at any instant of time. Okay, because we are going to talk about the impedance manner of output. Okay, so output voltage, that is net output voltage, can also be write down. The net output means net output voltage can also be write down in terms of, I also write down voltage term also. So it is net output voltage. Net output voltage. So the net output voltage is actually equal to, we know that voltage from the Ohm's law, voltage is equal to current multiplied by resistance or impedance. So here we talk about the output impedance. It means output resistance. So it is the voltage is output current multiplied by output resistance. So let's suppose the output resistance, because we generally use the impedance term. So let's suppose the output impedance is Z0. Okay. Remember one thing. Resistor is only a passive element. Okay, impedance consists whenever some inductor, capacitor also there. We do not draw the circuit. We only represent here the block diagram. But actually we know that you studied in oscillator case, Hartley oscillator, Colpitts oscillator. So in that case, there are some resistors, capacitor, inductors, all are there. So whenever we are going to see that which devices provide the obstacle in the flow of current, which store the charges, right? So we use basically the term impedance. So instead of resistance, we use the term impedance. So let the output impedance is Z0 and let the output current is I0. So what is the net output voltage? The voltage is equal to current multiplied by impedance. So current is I0 and impedance is Z0. So the net output voltage can also be denoted as I0 Z0. So here from this, the net output voltage, that is I0 Z0, is equal to V0 plus beta A beta V0. Okay. Okay. So from the right hand side, V0 will be constant. So at the left hand side, I0 Z0 is equal to V0 is common. In bracket, you should write down 1 plus A beta. The negative feedback will reduce the impedance. Okay. Now we just move. This is the impedance I0 Z0 is equal to, and because this is a new impedance, that we can say impedance with feedback case. So instead of Z0, we can write down as ZF. Okay, we can write down as ZF also. Okay, so see this Z0 or ZF is equal to, this is new impedance because we are going to calculate, is equal to V0 I0 V0 upon I0 multiply by 1 plus A beta. I just move the I0 from the left hand side towards the right hand side. Okay. So this Z0, I just move this I0 from the left hand side to right hand side. Okay. So now again V0 upon I0. V0 upon I0 is what? Again the impedance. Again the output impedance. So let's suppose it is Z0 of after the feedback application. Okay. After the feedback. So here I use net output voltage is I0 multiplied by instead of Z0, let's suppose I write down ZF. Let the it is because this block diagram is with feedback case. So here the net output voltage is the output current multiplied by impedance during feedback. So our impedance during feedback is, let's suppose, ZF. So it is I0 ZF instead of I0 Z0. So it is ZF. Okay. ZF. So this is ZF. Okay. So now ZF is equal to, that is with feedback the output impedance. So ZF is equal to what? Again V0 upon I0 is here. V0 upon I0. And what is the V0 upon I0? V0 is the output voltage divided by output current. It means it is output resistance or output impedance. So we can denote it as output impedance Z0. So this ZF is equal to Z0 multiplied by 1 plus A beta, multiply by 1 plus A beta. Okay, okay. Right? So this will be the final. Okay. No. 1 minute. I again do one change. See this one. Okay. Now again I write down the same thing previously. I0 Z0. So the output impedance of previous case will be equal to this. So what is the Z0? Z0, this is new actually. I am sorry for that. This V upon I is new now after feedback. We are going to do the derivation. So this is new. So this V0 upon I0 is new. So it can be denoted by ZF. Okay, that is equal to 1 plus A beta. I am writing down here. This V0 upon I0 is coming from our derivation. So it is the new feedback. It can be denoted by, from this diagram we find out this one. So it is ZF. So ZF will be equal to what we can say. ZF will be equal to Z0 upon 1 plus A beta. So it is what? Z0 is what? Z0 is the output impedance. Now, due to this negative feedback, the output impedance will be divided by some term. From which term? 1 plus A beta term. So it means whenever any term divided by the next term, it means it will be decreases. So it proved that the output impedance is decreases due to the feedback, negative feedback. So I hope you understand that how the output impedance is reduced in case of negative feedback. So this derivation is also completed. So this is the fifth derivation, I think, which we completed in this unit. So if you understand this, just write down in message box triple S. So I understand that you understand. Then we will proceed for the next. You just type triple S. Very good. Yes, very good. Now we are going to see the next derivation. Okay. Now see in MS Paint file. I just save this one and now we what we have already been completed till now. We have already been completed that how the negative feedback increases the input impedance, how the negative feedback decreases the output impedance in voltage series feedback. Okay, how the negative feedback stabilized the gain, how the negative feedback we will see that how the negative feedback will reduces the voltage gain, how the negative feedback in negative feedback the variation with feedback is decreases, yeah, is lower compared with the variation without feedback. Now we are going to see how the distortion or non-linearity or reduces in case of negative feedback. How negative feedback reduces the distortion. Now see, our topic is how negative feedback reduces the distortion, non-linearities, distortion you can say. How the negative feedback reduces the distortion. This is my current topic. Okay. So now again, let's suppose we are going to take any example. So we can take a general block example. Sorry. So let's suppose this is a feedback case. Instead of a particular voltage series or voltage shunt, otherwise you will say that why you always use voltage series only. You can use any example and can prove. Okay. So let's suppose we have the forward gain of an amplifier as A. The feedback gain of an amplifier is beta. Okay. Let the output will be V0, which is applied at the input side also, like this. This is the input, and here you will see like this one. This can also be a representation. Okay, with negative feedback, so I just write down. Okay. So actually, this is a block representation again. Okay. Otherwise, you let the distortion at the output side is DF. This is the new distortion. Distortion means some non-linearities, some noises are also. Okay. This is the new distortion. Right. Now this distortion, whenever pass through this beta, it will be beta DF. It will be beta DF. And whenever pass through this A, it will be A beta DF. A beta DF. So this one will be the new distortion. This one will be the new distortion. So you can use also the same feedback network, voltage series feedback network. For example, this one. Let's suppose you have a gain of E. This is your load resistance RL, from where you will take the output V0 like this one. I just given an example that instead of voltage series, you can use any example. So beta, this one is connected here, and this second will be connected at here. The input is applied as V0 signal is applied, V input signal is applied. Okay, the same. But because we are talking about the distortion only, noise only, so let the output is DF. The input distortion is, let's suppose, D. Okay. So the now this new distortion DF is actually the previous distortion, that is D, minus this A beta DF. A beta DF. Okay. Actually, this distortion is DF plus A beta DF. That is same. So what will happen again from the right hand side? If you have any queries, if you are not able to understand, if anything you have in your mind, you will ask me after completing any topic. Okay, in message box I will tell you that if any question, then ask me. Okay, now from the right hand side, just move this. This is D, simply D. Don't consider it anything else. So this left hand side, this DF is here. Okay, and from the right hand side, the negative term will be moved to the left hand side. So it is A beta and DF. So it will be equal to D. Okay. So DF plus A beta DF is equal to D. Now from the left hand side, DF is common. So 1 plus A beta will be remaining. And from the right hand side, only D will be there. So what is the distortion after applying the negative feedback? That is df. So this df will becomes from this yellow color, you see the movement from left hand side to right hand side. Okay, this df will be equal to d divided by n plus 1 plus a beta. Yes. Okay, so we prove that the distortion due to feedback, that is df, is less compared with the distortion without feedback. So df is equal to d upon 1 plus a beta. So now one more term we prove. This is the next term. So we prove all the basic benefits of applying the negative feedback. What we prove, to understand this, to remember those terms, I just write down some benefits of the negative feedback and you understand that we have proved all of them. Okay, so I just save this file and I'm going to write down here the benefits of the negative feedback. Okay, benefits of negative feedback. I hope you are able to see the screen. I am not too much. Font size is okay for you all. Just type in message box okay if the font is okay for you. Type okay in message box if the font is okay for you. Okay, very good. So what are the benefits of the negative feedback? The first we see that the input impedance, the voltage gain is reduced. Or instead of benefits, we can also write down some characteristics of negative feedback, right? Characteristics of negative feedback. Okay, we can write down as characteristics of negative feedback. So voltage gain is reduced, and we proved this one, that voltage gain is reduced. The second term is input impedance is increased, and we prove this. Input in morning session, we proved that the input impedance is increased. Then the uh, voltage, the gain is stabilized. The gain is stabilized. Okay, then the variation in gain due to feedback is less than variation in gain without feedback. Okay, is less than the variation in without feedback. Am I right? Yes. Then we prove that the output impedance is less. Output impedance is less in case of negative feedback. Generally for voltage series. Okay, generally voltage series feedback we generally employs basically. So I use the examples of voltage series. If you use another one, then it may be increased, like in current series or current shunt, the output impedance will be increased. Okay, so generally we talk about the voltage series, that's why. So output impedance is less or reduced. Input impedance is increased, gain is stabilized, voltage gain is reduced, variation in gain due to feedback is less than variation in gain without feedback, and right now we prove that the distortion will be reduced. Distortion will be reduced. Yes. So I think you understand. I think you understand about this, and that's all about the negative feedback and its advantages. And I hope you understand about these advantages. And we prove all those 6 things. So I, Rakesh Jain from Gyanwar University, wants to say you thanks for watching the video. Kindly like and subscribe it. Thank you very much.